Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, yung R po, sir.
Yes.
Yes po.
Okay, so good morning. We're going to discuss today introduction to the Quantmod package, which is a package that we're going to use throughout the term. Okay, so let's open the R markdown file which I sent you. The packages that we're going to use is mostly Quantmod. Quantmod is actually found in IDQuant. And then TTR, the technical trading in R, can also be found in Quantmod. So if we, anyway, let's just install this. Have you installed this, TidyQuant, Quantmod, and TTR?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then let's set up our packages. So let's run this. Okay, so available na yung mga packages na to. And then let's let's make sure that we're using the working directory that we want. So let me get my working directory. Okay, and let me set my working directory. I don't want that to be my working directory. Let me set my working directory, and let me first look for my working directory. Okay, I will set it here. Home, and then copy path. Set mo na rin for the benefit of Rod, no? Yung working directory, is that location in your computer where you want the files to be saved. It's good to have a working directory to put your R files. So I created this folder, R working directory, to be my working directory. So I go here, okay, dun sa file location, and then if I click this, then go home here, and then you can copy the path, then let's go back to R, and I'm going to copy this here, paste, but we have to convert the backslash into forward slash because R will not read the backward slash. Okay, so now I have I have set my working directory. Okay, and then if I check get working directory, oops, what happened? Set working directory. It's finished. It's in a notebook chunk. The working directory will be reset when the chunk is finished running. May rinarun na chunk. Okay, so anyway, that's how we set the working directory. Okay, so in this subject, this is financial modeling. We're going to look at financial modeling. We're going to look at the first topic that we're going to discuss is navigating to the quant mode, getting the price of a security, and doing some analysis with the security or assets or stocks. So let's just go through these notes that I created. The most fundamental analysis we undertake when investing revolves around the prices of securities or assets such as stocks, bonds, and options. Okay, it doesn't matter at this point kung anong klaseng security siya. Okay, there's a difference between the price and the value of a security. No? Magkaiba yon. Anong difference niya? Yung price ng security is the amount we pay when we purchase a security. Okay? On the other hand, the value of the security is how much the security is worth. No? So medyo may thin line. May thin line yung difference ng price. Yung price is the money that we pay to purchase the security, while the value is how much the security is worth. Kasi pwedeng binayaran natin siya, that's the price, pero yung value niya, it could be different from the price. Okay? The price of a security is at the core of an investment analysis. Sorry. We can use the price of a security as a benchmark when making investment decisions. Okay? From a fundamental value standpoint, investors would be inclined to buy or sell the security if its price is sufficiently lower. Okay? Pag bibili nila yung security o yung asset if the price is lower than the value. So kunyari, ang value talaga ng security na yan, 100 pesos. And I'll be willing to pay the price of 80 for that. I'm willing to buy that security for 80 pesos. So lower yung price ibabayad ko kaysa yung value talaga ng asset na yon. Okay? On the other hand naman, the other party, the seller, would want to sell the asset at a price greater than its higher than its intrinsic value. So kunyari ang value nito 100, syempre gusto kong ibenta siya at higher than 100. Okay? So from a relative value standpoint, investors would be inclined to buy or sell the security if its price is misaligned with the historical relationship between comparable securities, and the investor believes that the security's price will revert back to some average price. Let's discuss this more later on as we have an example. Okay, so ang unang titingnan natin is how to get the stock index prices using Quantmod. If we access this, pakikuha tong site na to, Luisa. If we access that, so that brings us to the Quantmod package, package Quantmod. So if you take a look at the description of this, it's a package. The title is Quantitative Financial Modeling Framework. The current version as of December 9, 2020 is version 0.4.18. And it depends on yung R dapat greater than version 3.2. Okay, yung XTS dapat greater than 0.09. And the TTR should be greater than 0.2. Okay, tapos this one, if we highlight this, if we access this, Control C, Control B. Okay. I think that's the GitHub, no? Okay. So this is more the GitHub. These are more information about the Quantmod. Our package provides a framework for quantitative financial modeling and trading. Can you see, Luisa? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there are instructions here on how to download. Okay, and there are some examples. For example, it's possible to import data from a variety of sources. Okay, Apple from Yahoo. Okay, I think this is the exchange rate ng ano ba to, Japan at saka US. This is from Fred. another source of data. Okay, so these are just a brief guide on how to use the Quantmod package. Dito yata sa demo, let's see. So may mga demo siya dito. Let's try to see what. Okay. So demo to nung na-create pa nung 2008. Chart series demo. May function dito, no? Okay, so there are examples here. Okay, so you can navigate through this and explore kung ano yung laman ng Quantmod package. So going back to the description about the Quantmod package. So ito yung documentation niya. Now these are the functions. Add ADX, add Bollinger Bands, CCI, etc. So those are the functions that are present that are available. Get symbols that I think that's average, .csv, etc. Wanda, RDA. So dito yung pinanggagalingan ng mga data natin. Pwedeng get symbols at Yahoo. So these are the different functionalities of this package, and then you have here yung how to use each of these codes. No? Kunyari, itong add ADX. What's this for? Yung add ADX niyan. Add directional movement index. Okay, so sample ito yung sample ng code. Okay, then arguments, ina-explain niya kung anong N, ano yung function na to, MA type. Okay, yung Wilder ba, kung gagamitin ba yung Wallace-Wilder EMA. Okay, so very specific details about this function. Okay, so sabi niya, pwede natin tingnan yung ADX in TTR for specific details and references. And then what value do we get? Authored by Ryan. References din sa TTR by Josh Ulrich. Okay, and then example lang, no? Add ADX. So this one, you'll see the explanation to each of the functionalities ng Quantmod. So there are all the functionalities there naka-explain. So very helpful siya kung talagang if you're going to really look into the specifics of the of the package, then you can learn what these functionalities or these codes will give us if we try to run them. Okay, so in the course of this subject, we're going to explore some of them. We're going to make use of some of them. So let's go back here. Okay, so the first example that we're going to do is, now that we have loaded Quantmod, the first function, one of the most important functions is get symbols. So get symbols, you have to know the ticker symbol of the company. So AAPL stands for Apple. So in this case, we can download a single stock. Pag rinan natin to, then this will appear. No? Notice that this is an XTS object, extensible time series. Okay, we'll explain more what an extensible time series is. This is different from a data frame. Okay, yung pag mga time series yung data, mas maganda yung ginagamit yung XTS kasi may extended na functionalities yung XTS object as compared to data frame objects. Okay, so if we click this, so this is what is inside. These are the values of AAPL. So you have 6 columns and 3,574 rows. No? So nagsimula siya ng June 1, no, January 3, 2007, and it ended up to yesterday's price, no? March 15, 2021. So up to the most current uh, stock price ni Apple. So let's explore this. It will give us the opening price, the highest price, the lowest, the closing, the volume, okay, and the adjusted price, no? Okay, so uh, mas gagamitin natin guys si adjusted price ng asset natin. Okay, so let's go back here. Pwede rin tayong kumuha ng mga stock prices using the get symbols for several stocks. So let's have this example. We get the price for Amazon, for Google, for IBM, for Tesla, and for Netflix. So if we get these prices, okay, so automatically dito sa objects natin, sa environment, may Apple tayo, Amazon, Google, IBM, Netflix. Okay, ito yung mga additional na in-add natin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, plus the Apple, so we have already 6 stock prices here. So let's see, for example, notice na yung default nila nagsisimula sa January 3, 2007. Okay? Except for Tesla, kasi bagong na-list lang siya siguro na-list lang siya nung starting June 29. So doon lang siya nagsimula, no? So the rest, ang binibigay niya sa atin na data, ang default niya yung January 3, 2007. Okay, so let's try to explore this. For example, si Tesla. Okay, so nagsimula siya noong June 29, 2010. Okay, 2,696 entries. As compared to Netflix, nagsimula siya noong January 3, no? 3,574 rows then of observations. Okay, so far clear, Luisa?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. So let's continue. Okay, then we can also download indices, no? Okay, GSPC is the Standard and Poor's. So I'd like you to research ano yung SPY, ano yung SLY, ano yung JNK, ano yung CWI. What are these indices? All those ilalim dito. Okay. So linagay ko dito kung ano itong mga indices na to. Si SPY. Okay, these are exchange traded funds. So as your assignment, guys, I'd like you to research on what are ETFs. What are exchange traded funds? Examples to ng exchange traded funds. So let's run this. Okay, so you now have your exchange traded funds plus the index, the S&P 500. Okay, ang ticker symbol ni S&P 500 is the caret, then GSPC. So all of them began at January 3, no? Except for, hindi pala, itong si JNK, December 4, 2007. Okay. And the rest, si SLY, okay, January 3 then, 2007, etc. Okay, let's take a look at this. For example, si GSPC, si Standard and Poor's. Okay, so we also have the prices for Standard and Poor's. How about SLY, SLY? Okay, so mga prices din siya, no? Prices din siya. And you notice how they are. Okay. Okay, morning Rod. So nagsimula na kami ha. Can you hear me, Rod? Okay, good morning. Sige. Anyway, record ko yung first part. So or just follow. Were you able to access the file? Okay, sige, good. Okay, so okay, balikan ko lang ng konti, no? Luisa, para kay Rod, no?
Yes,
So,
sir.
rinana namin tong data na to para ma-access natin yung mga prices ni Apple. Okay? Pati yung itong multiple stocks na to, Amazon, Google, IBM, Tesla, and Netflix. And then even these indices. For your assignment, research yung kung ano to mga to. Si S&P 500, di ba? Index yan. Itong mga exchange traded funds na to, I want you to research on that. I want you on Thursday to tell me what these are. Although I gave some hint, no, kung ano yung mga yan. But let's give me some greater details about it. Okay, so that we know what we are downloading. Okay, so pakiran na lang yan, Rod, no? Pakiran, and then you'll have these objects here. Ibig sabihin, these are already available. Okay? If you click any of this, for example, as I mentioned a while ago, if you click, let's see, click Google, it will generate here that object that we downloaded using Quantmod from Yahoo. No? And it will give us the open, high, low, close, volume, and adjusted prices ng ni Google. No? Google that, and you notice how these variables are named. Goog.open, Goog.high. Okay, so very clear yung ano niya, yung name niya para alam natin kung ano yung specific na column na yan. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, so for a more comprehensive or a more complete code, if you want to identify kung saan yung source niya, or you don't want the default dates period being given to you, we can use this more specific code. No? So let's create an object called AAPL1 using the get symbols from Quantmod. So the stock that we're going to download is Apple. The source is Yahoo, and then let's just download from 2010 January 1 up to 2021 January 1. We can identify the periodicity, which is daily prices, pwedeng weekly yan, pwedeng monthly, pwedeng actually annually kung malaki yung period natin. And then we have this auto.assign. Kaya ano ibig sabihin ng auto.assign is equal to false? Pag auto.assign is equal to true, kasi ang gagawin yan, automatically, si R ang magbibigay ng pangalan ng object. Usually kung ano yung taker symbol. But in this case, binigyan natin siya kasi ng pangalan yung object na to, AAPL1. So auto.assign is equal to false. Also, kailangan natin yung auto.assign to be equal to false para magamit natin yung head at saka yung tail, no? Na function. So let's run this. Okay, so nag-create na tayo ng object na AAPL. It's also an XTS object. And then if you can see here, it's from January 4, 2010. Bakit hindi January 1, 2010? Kasi walang available na data. Ang first na data nung January 2010 is January 4. So holiday at saka siguro it fell on a maybe Saturday, Sunday, on a weekend. So we open AAPL1 and we have this. Okay, so that's from January 4, 2010 up to December 31, 2020. So that's ilang years yan of stock prices, guys? How many years?
2010 lang, sir.
Oo, from 2010 up to 2020. Ilang years yan?
10 years.
11 years, no?
Ah,
Kasi pag bilangin mo yung 2010,
okay.
di ba? Pag bilangin natin 2010, that will be your 1. Tapos 2011, that's 1. Okay, so 11 years of data to, which we were able to easily uh, import, no, to R. And so we can perform some functionalities, some codes on this data. Okay? So, ano yung laman ng AAPL1? Ano yung laman niya? So, the names function. So, ito yung laman niya, no? AAPL, open, high, low, close. Okay, this is what we call your OHLC. OHLC, open, high, low, close form of data. Okay, let's experiment. How about AAPL2? Okay, so before we do this, we can of course use, pwede natin kunin yung head ni AAPL1. Okay. Or, ano na lang natin, i-subset natin AAPL1. And then, how do you subset? You use the brackets, no? Let's suppose we want to get the first 3 rows and the last row. Gusto natin i-subset lang, ipakita lang sa atin yung first 5 rows and the last row. How do we do that? Di ba pag nagsasubset tayo, ito yung rows, ito yung columns. Okay? Rows and columns. So we can access non-contiguous rows. Okay, non-contiguous. Ano ibig sabihin non-contiguous? Hindi magkakasunod. So yung, as I said, yung brackets, it's used to subset, to generate a subset of your data. So ang gusto natin, yung ano lang, yung first 3 rows or first 5 rows and the last row. How do you do that, guys? Paano yan? So we'll have to use the combine function, C, first 5 rows, okay, and then comma. Ano yung last row? So what's the last row, guys?
2769, sir.
Apple 1. If I go here, no, and 2769, we can write that. So gawin natin, ha? 2769. Okay. Okay, so this is sabi natin yung pagsasubset, brackets ang gagamitin natin. The first numbers here are your rows, comma, columns. So dito, sabi natin, combine natin yung first 5 rows at saka yung row 2769. And then, if you don't write anything here, ibig sabihin yan lahat ng columns. So isa-subset lang natin, guys. Ipapakita lang natin yung first 5 rows and the last row. Control Enter. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so pinakita niya yung first 5 rows, January 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at saka yung last, no? 2012, 2012, 31. Okay, sometimes we want to do this so that we know the frequency of the data, kung daily ba to. So apparently daily siya, no? Kitang-kita natin, no? However, guys, hindi magandang ganito, ano yung sasabihin natin kung what's an alternative for this? Instead of typing the number, we can just use the nrow function ni AAPL1. Ibig sabihin ng nrow, kung ilan yung number of rows. Okay, so n rows is the number of rows, which is yung kanina din, no? But it's better to write it this way. So let's I'll close this. So let's run this. So will it give us the same answer? Yes, it gave us the same answer, no? December 31. Okay, clear so far, guys?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
So yung sir, yung enroll po, like we just put enroll, hindi na kailangan i-indicate kung anong row?
Nrow ni Apple, no? Sige, i-run natin to Okay. Nrow, what's nrow? Nrow of Apple. This will give us the number of rows ni Apple. Run natin. Yan, di ba? 2769, di ba?
Oh, okay, sir.
Nrow function tells us ilang rows ba ang sa data na yan. Yan. So, ito 1 to 5. Kanina sinulat natin, di ba? 2769, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Pero hinanap muna natin. Pumunta tayo kay Apple, tingnan natin ilang entries ba 2769. Di ba? But instead of doing that, i-ano na lang natin, let's use the function nrow for R to count ilang yung rows ni Apple 1. Okay, clear?
Pero if, for example, sir, you want to get a row in the middle of the data set. So kailangan you have to physically find it. Ganyan.
Oo, yun. Pag ganun, kailangan natin malaman yung position ng row na yun, no?
Okay,
But
sir.
later on, if kunyari dates ang ginagamit natin, kunyari I want kunyari, example lang, from June 30, 2015 up to August 6, 2018. Kunyari ganun lang, no? There's a way to do that. One way, the crude way is aalamin natin, no? Okay, aalamin natin yung row position of a particular date. No? So pwede natin mahanap yon. Okay? Or there's another way which is what we call indexing. Gagawin natin yon yung indexing most probably next meeting, no? So magi-indexing tayo. I'm going to show that to you. Okay, so for the meantime, yung question ni Luisa, sinasabi niya, pwede na ba nating mahanap din, makuha yung mga non-contiguous, no? Or yung contiguous kasi ibig sabihin magkakasunod. So pwedeng magkakasunod na in the middle of the data set, no? Or pwedeng hindi magkakasunod, non-contiguous. Or pwedeng combination, contiguous at saka non-contiguous. Okay, we're going to learn that next meeting, no? When we deal more with subsetting rows our data. No? In the meantime, let's continue this. So let's create another object, Apple 2, and this time the periodicity is weekly. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, then if you will take a look at Apple 2, excuse me. Okay, you can see now that the dates are January 1, okay, January 8, January 15. So, nakita nyo may interval na siya, no? Weekly na to. No? Kasi we wanted to get weekly prices. Tanong ko ganito, guys. Ano yung kinuha nyo na weekly prices? Kunyari, ito. January 8, 7.51. January 8, 7.51. Anong day yung January 1? Kita nyo? January 8, dun sa daily prices, 7.51. No? Siyempre, pareho dito yan sa Apple 2, January 8, 7.51. January 15, 7.53. January 15 here. It should be 7.53 also. $7.53. Okay. Anong araw yung January 15? So pag sinabi natin weekly, ano yung kinukuha ni R?
The first day of each week, sir.
First day ba to? January 15? I-check nyo nga sa Google kung anong day yung January, again, what day is January 15, 2010? Because that's not the first day, no? Rather, from here you can deduce January 1, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is a
So Wednesday, sir. All of them are Wednesdays.
sure ka, January 15
Ay!
Wednesday?
Oh my God.
Hindi. 2020 ah. Nawala yung Apple to. Ano yung 8, ano yung 15, ano yung 22, January 22.
Friday, sir.
Friday, Friday prices. Weekly prices ang kinukuha niya, yung end of the week prices. Okay, guys, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so lagyan natin dito, note dito ah. Weekly siya, no? Gets the end of the week prices. Bakit sinabi ko end of the week? Kasi, kunyari, holiday ng holiday, kunyari Friday, so walang transaction, then it will be the end of the week, it will be the Thursday. Okay? So, usually, Friday to, unless it's a holiday. So, kunyari, holiday ng Friday. So, ang magiging end of the week niya, yung Thursday. Huh? Clear yun, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then let's go to periodicity naman na monthly. Okay, pag monthly naman, run natin si Apple 3. Okay. January 1, February 1, March 1, April 1. Ito guys, yung beginning of the month, no? Beginning of the month. Okay, so May 1, June 1, okay, regardless of the day, no? It's always the beginning of the month. Okay, can we get yearly prices, guys? Sige nga, i-copy natin code na to. Control C, Control V. Okay, I hope, Rod, you know how to insert yung yung code chunk sa R Markdown. Okay, ano ba to? Monthly o yearly ba? Yearly. Yearly. Run natin. Ay, sorry. Mali. Apple 4 dapat, no? Okay. Yearly ba? Ano bang annually? Annually? Tama ba to, guys? Okay, error. So, how do you get the, ano yung periodicity niya? Pwede ba, guys? Can you get annual prices?
Ayaw, sir.
Hmm?
Ayaw po.
So, my way to get that, no? So, ito for your research, no? Pwedeng kunin yung annual prices. Okay, but I want you to discover, paano yung how do I get the annual prices? Ibig sabihin, year-end lang. year end or sometimes beginning of the year. Okay? So I want you to tell me next meeting. So yung utang nyo sa akin, yung ano yung unang-unang gagawin? Ano yung isang pina-assign ko sa inyo kanina?
Find out kung ano po yung slice, tas yung spicer, yung S&P 500 po.
Oo, yung ano, yung mga ETFs, no?
Yes,
Exchange
sir.
Traded Funds. Okay, sulat yung baka makalimutan ko, no? Okay. Tapos ito pangalawa yung annually, no? O yearly. How do you get the stock prices using get symbols? Okay, so when you get yung volume na to, guys, ito, no? Itong volume na to, ano to? Ito daily volume, okay lang to. Yung, how about the weekly volume? What is this? Tingnan natin January 8, ha? Ang volume nito, 2543, no? Pareho ba siya ng volume dito sa daily? January 8, 2543, magkaiba, di ba? Different. Tama, guys?
Yes, sir.
Itong weekly natin, weekly data natin, yung volume dito ng January 8 is 4476. Sa daily, hindi, daily data pala ito ng 4476. Sa weekly data, 2543, it's bigger, no? Okay? So anong difference nito at saka yung volume dito? Kasi all the rest pareho eh. Adjusted price 6.52, January 8. Ito may iba din sa adjusted price. Ano? Wait, January 8, 7.51, 7.60, 7.51, 7. But may changes dito. 7.51, 7.57. Ay, wait, sorry ah. Ang high, okay, it's the high of the week, no? Okay, 7.60, 7.28. Okay. Can you see, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7.69. 7.69, 7.60. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not, yung opening pareho eh. I'm not sure, we have to discover guys kung, kasi magkaiba na yung high, low. Okay, kasi remember guys that this is a Friday, di ba? Ito Friday din to, yung 15, every Friday to eh. So let's compare for example yung high. I haven't really looked into this. 15, ang high niya 7.69. If you take a look at daily prices, ang 15 niya is 7.57. So iba na, no? Yung high. Pero ito yung week na yon. Yung week ng 15 is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 7 point, walang 7.69 dito sa week na to, no? Pero dito sa weekly, ang ginamit niya na high 7.69. So where did this come from? 7.69. Kasi yung daily prices guys, yung January 15, okay? January 15, ang daily sa daily, ang high niya within that day 7.55. Pero if you take a look at that week, okay, wala naman 7.69 dito. So ang question, saan ang galing to? No? Saan ang galing yung 7.60 dito? 7.69 for the week ng January 15. Okay, so there are discrepancies here. Anong question? Anong ginagamit ni Quantmod to get this? Yung opening price 7.533, January 15, pareho 7.533. Okay, pero pag dumating na sa high, pati sa low, 7.35 na dito, no? Sa daily, 7.3525, 7. Yung pareho sa low, no? Pero sa high, magkaiba. Sa adjusted din, 6.400853. Sa adjusted, 6 point, iba din, no? Okay, so I haven't really, guys, tried to investigate that. All I know is pareho yung open, okay, but I didn't really investigate yet kung bakit nagkakaiba yung prices dun sa weekly pati dun sa monthly, no? I surmise that there will be differences in the monthly, but let's try to discover that, no? Okay, I'll try to see why there seems to be differences in the prices dun sa Kasi yung volume, guys, ang kinagamit dyan, yung average volume, not the total volume for the period. Okay? There's an option to download weekly or monthly data from Yahoo Finance. However, the weekly and monthly volume data reported in Yahoo Finance is the average volume for the period. Okay, so yung volume, sure tayo na ang binibigay ni Yahoo Finance is yung average for the week, average for the month. Yahoo Finance reports the average weekly volume or average monthly volume when we choose to download data of a lesser frequency. Okay, unfortunately, we cannot simply scale up the average volume by a fixed number as a number of trading days is not constant for each week. So may mga restrictions, guys, sa pag-determine nito. No? Hindi natin pwede gawing uniform. Okay, so let's leave that for a while, but let's consider that, no, na how does Yahoo, it's more of Yahoo. Kasi si Quantmod, kinukuha lang niya yung binibigay ni Yahoo. So the question is, how does Yahoo compute for the weekly, monthly prices, okay, either ang high, low, close, and the adjusted, no? Yung volume, alam natin na kinukuha lang niya yung average. Okay, so ano yung class ni Apple? We know that this is ito, guys, no? So ang class ni Apple 1 is XTS or Zoo. Okay, Zoo ginagamit for mga non-uniform na mga time series. Si XTS, extensible time series, which is actually improvement of Zoo. Okay, so importante na malaman natin na pag nagta-time series tayo, it's best to use an XTS object. Kasi sa XTS object, mas powerful siya when we're dealing with the dates. Pag data frame ang gagamitin natin, medyo magkakaroon tayo ng challenge dun sa dates. Pero okay pa rin. Pero as we go along, katulad next meeting, guys, magkakaroon tayo ng isang code dito na gagamitin din natin yung data frame. Okay, so I'll show you next meeting sa Thursday. And then the dimension of Apple, okay, so there are 202,769 rows of observation and 6 columns. No? Yung columns na yun, alam natin, yung columns na yun ang galing dun sa names, AAPL1. Okay, so ito yung mga columns siya, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Variables also. Okay. So, a brief explanation kung ano yung XTS object. Okay. Sabi natin yung data frame. Ang data frame nga pala, ano yung data frame? Data frame is data structure in R that can accept different types of data types. So, pwedeng character, pwedeng numerical, pwedeng logical, pwedeng complex, pwedeng date, no? See, data frame can accept those data types. See, XTS is more powerful, extensible time series, offers a variety of methods to manipulate your date especially time series. So mas magandang ginagamit yung XTS kapag time series yung tinitingnan natin. It's a powerful R package that provides an extensible time series class, enabling uniform handling of many R time series classes. Okay? Usually sa XTS objects, yung objects regularly spaced, while in zoo, objects can be irregularly spaced and can use most common index classes. So anyway, pareho sila si zoo at saka si XTS, parehong design sila to handle time series data. Okay, so let's look at some other functions in Quantmod. So for example, is the data AAPL1? Does it consist of open, high, low, close data? Open, high, low, open, high, low, and close data. So tingnan natin. Okay, so ibig sabihin, si Apple 1, it consists of open, high, low, close data. Meron bang volume siya? Yes, may volume. Okay. And then let's use the head of the opening prices of Apple 1. So take a look at this code. Head, by default, gives us the first 6 digits, no? 6 observations. And then opening price ni AAPL1. Okay, so this gives us yung first 6 observations ng Apple 1 natin, or the last 6 using the tail of the adjusted. So adjusted yun, AD, last 6 hanggang December 31. Okay, and then series high, series low, it tells us when did it happen and what was the highest point of the series. So we know that the highest value of your Apple 1 was on December 29. Okay. Ang high niya 138 and the lowest was on January 29, 2010. Ang lowest niya 6.79. Okay, so imagine 2010 ang prices ni Apple 6.79. Ngayong 134 na, no? 138 yung highest. After mga 10 years, 11 years, tumaas na talaga yung price ni Apple. Okay, clear to guys? Clear to mga functions na to?
Yes po.
Okay. Rod, kamusta? Clear lang? Mag-chat ka, Rod, pag nagtatanong ako. Okay. All right. So, we can also plot the data, no? The plot function makes use of the base R. Yung R package lang mismo. Yung R, si R lang, base R. So here, if you want to plot, for example, yung Apple 1 and specifically just the AAPL.adjusted, okay, the $sign here identifies kung anong column yung gusto natin. So this is your data, AAPL1, Apple.adjusted. This tells us, paki-plot yung adjusted price ni Apple. Okay, so this is our plot using the base R. Okay, from January 2010 hanggang this is up to December 2020. Yung adjusted price lang to. Or we can use the chart series from Quantmod to. Ilagay ko lang dito, Quantmod. Okay, ibig sabihin nito, guys, yung Quantmod double colon, ibig sabihin, this chart series function comes from Quantmod. Now, why do you use this? Minsan, may mga functions na they come from different packages. So, para hindi magkaroon ng conflict, okay, kunyari may download, may mga in-access tayong dalawang package. package 1 and package 2. Tapos pareho yung function. So, malilito si R kung saan anong function na, kunyari, function called describe, kunyari. And yung describe function, that's present in both packages. So which function are we using? And to identify kung anong function, ito yung linalagay natin. No? Quantmod, chart series. Although kahit natin ilagay ito, no? Hindi natin ilagay, okay lang din in this case kasi wala naman dun sa mga packages natin na merong function na chart series. No? Ano na ba yung mga packages na dinownload natin, in-require natin kanina? tidyquant, Quantmod, TTR. So walang kakompetensya si Quantmod dun sa chart series na function. So no problem tayo dito. Okay, so anyway, ilagay ko lang. No? Control Enter. Okay, so you can see here that the Quantmod package is a lot more informative. Okay, kasama dito yung kung titingnan natin, these are OHLC, Open, High, Low, Close. No? Open, High, Low, Close to. Kasi hindi natin masyado makita kasi medyo malawak yung range natin. But we'll have an example later on. So ito yung volume. No? Ito yung volume ng transaction. Okay. Okay, typically one would like to see what's happening within an observation or across a period. Okay, that may means some sort of change in price or volume, be it over one period or over many periods. Okay, so in the same simplistic function as above, one can get price changes for all combinations of columns across all possible values, periods. Okay, so simply combine lang natin, kunyari open, close, etc. So let's try this. Okay, tingnan nyo to ha. Head, remember, ang head guys, ang ibinibigay sa atin yan yung first 6 observations. Okay, I'm not just using open or close, I'm using open, close. So pag ginawa natin to, okay, ano ibig sabihin nito? Open, close here will give us the daily percent change. Okay, open to close. Sige, subukan natin ha. So, January 4, saan nanggaling itong 0.0027 na to? Okay, let's go to Apple 1. Okay, January 4. Ano yung opening niya? 7.6225. Ano yung closing niya? 7.634. So, how do we get the percentage change? Kopyahin natin to. The closing, Control C. I'm going to compute that in the console. Okay, divided by the opening. Control C, Control V, and then minus 1 to convert it into percentage. 0.0027. No? So, pareho ba yan dun sa kanina? Is it the same? Yan, 0.002717. So that was how this was obtained, no? Yung open, close. So kukunin niya yung percentage ng opening and closing. Okay, clear yun guys? Any questions how we got this open, close? So yung percentage change or yung growth between the closing and the opening of a particular day. Clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay. All right. How about open, open? Open, open guys. So here, pinapakuha natin open, open ni Apple 1 and let's reduce it to 5 decimal places. Ito yung round, no? The round function will allow us to, kasi maraming decimal place to, We just want 5 decimal places. So let's run this. Okay. So tingnan natin to Open, open. So yung first element natin, yung first observation, wala siyang percentage change kasi wala yung previous price. Itong January 5, how did we get this? So, di ba, open, open, di ba? Punta tayo dito. So, paano yun, guys? Open ni January 5, divide by open ni January 4. So, open ni January 5, I'll copy this. Open ni January 5 divided by open ni January 4. Minus 1. So let's divide that. We get 0.00548, no? Which is what we got here. 0.00548. Okay? And then we can also get the percentage change between highest and the close. Let's run that. Hindi natin linagay yung round. Highest and the close, that will be of the same day, no? Kasi pareho on the same day. Highest and close. So, tingnan natin. Highest. Control C. Control V divided by the close. Minus 1. 0.0022. That's your 0.0022. This one. I-round natin to para mas round to 4 decimal places. And 0.022 something. 0.023. Okay. So any questions, guys?
None, sir.
Okay. Okay. And then, kanina, what we did was to subset a data, or Apple data, using yung column and row positions. No? Pwede rin natin i-subset yan just using the index. Kunyari ito, Apple 1. Ang index siya kasi yung mga dates. No? Apple 1, 2010, it will only give us the stock prices during 2010. Click natin to. Okay. Parang it returns all ng 2010. So you scroll down, you can see that nasabi niya na plus 86 rows pa, 2010 lang lahat yung data na yan. Okay, this one for 2011 naman. And this one specified January 1, November 1 lang. Ano to? November, January. So lahat lang ng January ng 2011. Sorry, hindi November. 2011, January. So all January 2011. If you scroll down, kita natin na hanggang January 31 siya. So this is an easy way to subset kasi nga, we're using the index. So this is the better way to to index it. How about this, guys? June 2019 to January 12, 2020. So if we run this, ibibigay sa atin from June 2019. I'll just look for it here below. Hirap dyan. Okay, June 2019, no? Until, that's until, hindi niya ibigay ng buo. January 10, 2020. Since that's what we asked, no? January 12, 2020. Walang January 19. Kaya January 10 lang yung binigay niya. How about this, guys? Colon, Apple 1 lang din yan, everything. And then ito, 2012, double colon, ibig sabihin, from 2012 onwards. Okay, so ito, Apple 1, 2012, colon, means from 2012 onwards. Okay, so I won't run that anymore. Subukan nyo na lang. And then ito naman, guys, non-contiguous, January 2020, February 2020, and December 2020. If you run this, okay, so it will just give us January ng 2020, so, and then we just get, kunin lang natin yung non-contiguous, kasi ito yung object na pinangalan natin. Yan, January, and then February 2020, yun yung 2, and then December. Okay? So it's very easy to subset yung data natin, guys, using the index, yung mga years itself, o yung dates. Okay, any questions?
None, sir.
Okay, so pwede rin, may mga functions din, kunyari yung last, no? This will give us the last observations. Yung last ng Apple 1 natin will be the last date. Okay. So last. So yung last day niya, no? December 31. Last 8. Last 8 to. Last 3 weeks. This will give us the last 3 weeks. Okay, bakit 13 lang itong last 3 weeks? Bakit, guys? Di ba dapat 21 yan? Guys, ano? It's not 21, guys, kasi yung weeks na yan, weeks of trading yan. So, for example, dito, ito, 1 week to, no? Yung November 28, December 28 hanggang 31. That's this week, itong week na yan. Tapos ito naman, isang week din to. This is another week, 21, 22, 23, 24. So, walang pasok ng 25. And this is another week. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So those are the last 3 weeks. Okay, so hindi natin binibilang yung Saturday, Sunday. Ano to, guys? Yung last, opposite to, nito. Ito, wag isama yung last 3 weeks. Ibig sabihin, from the starting hanggang 3 weeks before hindi isasama itong last 3 weeks. Then you can also use 3 months, no? Last 3 months. So that's December, November, October of 2020. Yan, October, November, December of 2020. Okay? And then, ano tong last? And then first. What do you get here? So what's this, guys? Sige, decipher nyo nga kung ano yung ano dyan. Ano to, guys? In order to understand this, guys, pwede natin i-run muna yung ano, yung nasa inner part ng code. No? Let's do that para clear sa inyo. We can first run this first. Okay, yung first Apple 1, 2 weeks. This will be the first 2 weeks. Ito yung first 2 weeks yan. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the first week. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is the second week. So ito yung first 2 weeks. And then, ang kukunin daw dito, yung last 3 days nito. So that will be January 13, 14, 15. Kasi ito yung last 3 days, diba? So kinumbay niya, no? Kinumbay niya. So we expect this January 13, 14, 15. Okay, January 13, 14, 15. Okay? So combination to ng first at saka last. Okay, so okay, you have here some also very important functions. Alam na natin yung periodicity ng Apple 1. We know that that's daily. No? Daily. Yung sa 2 kanina, 2, diba weekly siya? At saka yung 3, that is monthly. So that's what periodicity gives us. Ano naman to, no? Unclass periodicity Apple 1. What's this? Okay. So time difference, ano to? 86,400. 86,400 days. Ano yan? What does 86,400 mean? Alam natin yung start 2010, January 4, ang end 2012, no? 2020, December 31. What's the meaning of this 86,400? Kasi this is 11 years times. Yung difference ba yan ito? Tignan nyo guys, ha? Let me just... Ano yun? 1, 4, 20... Tapos 12, 31, 20, 20. If you subtract 4,014 lang yun, no? 4,014. So ano tong days na to? Difference ng time. What's this 86,400 days? Kasi kung i-minus natin yung days na to, 4,000 plus lang yan eh. Okay, so again, another, sa inyo yan guys ha, may ibig sabihin niya 86,400 na yan. I want you to explore that. What does that mean? Okay? Units natin in days, scale daily. Okay, so dagdag natin yan. Hindi dito yan. Okay. So, ito guys, ito, yung 2 weekly, ano to? What will this do? Notice guys, kasi si Apple One, weekly yan, and then it can convert, no? Convert niya si Apple One into weekly. Or pwede rin to monthly. No? To monthly. So it will convert Apple One into monthly data. Yan. Or kung gusto natin yung 2020 lang yung 2 weekly, and 2020 lang ilalagay niya. Okay, so very flexible tong Quantmod guys. Dami natin pwedeng ano. Okay, ano yung periodicity ng Apple One na ginawa nating monthly? Of course, alam natin na monthly na yan. Okay, so end days ng Apple One, end weeks, at saka end years. So this will give us ilang days yung Apple One, 2769. Ilang weeks, 574 weeks. Ilang years, 11 years. Okay, any questions guys?
None, sir.
Okay, we can also get, hindi lang stocks pati yung FX rate, no? Kunyari, US dollar, Philippine peso. Okay. So meron na tayo ditong to, no? Yung get FX natin for foreign exchange, US dollar, Philippine peso, it generated an object, USD PHP. Okay, so I think ang default na 3 months yata. So starting with, this is September 18, 48.43. That's a peso per dollar. And then 48.54. So those are the exchange rates, no? So that's for get FX, no? Ano yung periodicity nito? So this is daily. If we make this weekly, so gagawin niyang weekly yung yung exchange rate. Open, high, low, close. So ang periodicity nito ngayon, ano na? Of course, it's already weekly kasi kinonvert na natin into weekly. Okay, clear so far, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry, kayong dalawa lang, kaya hindi kayo maiwasan na ano. Mapipilitan kayo talaga kayong ito yung disadvantage kapag kapag maliit lang yung class. Thank you, Rod. Thank you. Okay, so very powerful yung Quantmod guys sa charting. So magkaroon tayo ng example here. So kanina we already had an example of this, yung chart series. Okay, so example, let's get the Netflix prices. Although meron na tayo, no? Anyway, meron na tayo Netflix eh. So since may Netflix na tayo, okay, i-plot na natin ng diretso, no? No need to get this kasi meron na tayong Netflix. So ito yung sa base R, plot Netflix, specifically yung Netflix adjusted. So we generate here a plot using base R. We can also generate chart series. Okay, so mas kompleto to kasi kasama yung volume at saka ito kasama yung open, high, low, close. Kasi hindi natin masyado makita no, yung open, high, low, close. But what we can do is, okay, chart series, ano lang, gawin nating ano lang, December lang, yung month of December lang ng 2020. Let's see what happens. Let's see what really the chart series, the plot for chart series is in Quantmod. Okay, so tingnan nyo guys. So mas complete yung you have the volume here. Okay, and then here you have, kita nyo itong bar na to, itong candlestick na to. This is called a candlestick. Okay, yung nasa ilalim, that's your open. This is your sorry, this is your low. This is your close, no? Tama ba, guys? This is your low, this is your high. Ano? Hindi close, no? This is your low, this is your high. Okay. Asan yung open dyan? Asan yung open, high, low. Ano to guys? Ano to? Tsaka bakit orange yung iba? Guess nga? Itong
Yung
bar na to.
Sir, yung parang bumaba yung...
Okay, pero sige, tingnan natin na. Let's take a look at the green one. Ano to, guys? This is your lowest, no? Low. Itong pinakamataas, that's your
value.
High. Tapos ito, ano to? This is your, kasi OHLC to, no? Open, high, low, close. So ito yung low natin, ito yung high natin, okay? Ito yung open natin, ito yung close natin. Okay, paano ko nalaman na ito yung open? Tapos ito yung close. Mas mataas si close kasi green siya. Okay? Itong orange, guys, ito. Let's analyze this. Ano ibig sabihin nito? So this is your low, this is your high, this is your open, ito, this is your close sa baba. Orange siya, ibig sabihin, mas mababa yung ending niya kaysa beginning. Kapag green, okay, mas mababa yung open niya, tapos mataas siya nag-close. Yan. Okay? How about this guys? Ito. Parang may maliit, pero parang wala, halos, assume natin na walang na walang weak below. Ibig sabihin nito, ito yung high natin, ito yung open natin, ito yung close natin, and the close is the same as your low. Okay? Yung close mo pareho lang sa low kasi walang weak, W-I-C-K. Okay? Ito din, ganun din, no? Ito wala. Ibig sabihin, yung open natin, pareho sa low. Okay? So those are and then these are the volumes. Ano yung volume, guys? Number of shares o yung amount? Ano yung volume na to? Are these in dollars? Are these or number of shares ba to?
Number of shares, sir.
Number of shares? Sure kayo? Pag sinabing volume, that's the volume of transaction, no? So money yan, amount yan. Okay, that's the amount traded, no? Okay, so it's time na pala, no? So saan tayo natapos? So we ended here, guys. So we'll continue with this next meeting. Okay, we'll do this starting with 200. Let's try to experiment on missing data. And then let's finish this. Okay, yung returns, importante sa atin yan. And then we'll move on to, we'll continue learning subsetting. As we go on, guys, tuloy yung ano natin, yung competency na dinidevelop sa Quantmod. Of course, hindi lang Quantmod ang gagamitin natin, pati performance analytics, pati portfolio analytics. No? Okay, any questions?
None, sir.
None? Sige, I'll see you on Thursday.